Hi and welcome to the Creative Pixie YouTube channel. My name is Jean and I'm talking to you today from Belfast, Northern Ireland. I'm a mum of two girls and I like to knit, crochet, sew, cook, do all the crafty things. If that appeals to you, then please click the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with my future videos. Welcome to the show today, and I've got a few finished objects to share with you. I'm so excited, and one of them might quite possibly be the best thing I've ever made. I'm still working on my 2021 temperature blanket. Since it's only been 2 weeks since my last video, there's really not that much to show you that's changed. The temperatures here have got a lot warmer, so I'm sad to say we might have seen the end of those beautiful teal colours until the end of the year. But we'll see, you never know. We've had snow in April before, so might happen again. So that is my only project that I'm really working on at the minute. My curious handmade shawl hasn't been touched, just because I've been distracted by one of my finished objects, which is the best thing ever. So my first finished object are the Hermione's Everyday Socks. So if you recall from my last episode, I was knitting these socks for my husband with huge feet, and gosh, that makes it sound like I've got a husband with tiny feet. No. I knit him some socks to fit his size 11 and a half, size 12 feet, and it actually didn't take very long to complete the second sock. In episode 6 I had completed the first sock, and then I had started the rib of the second sock. So I think it only took me maybe 5 days to finish the second sock, which was really quick for me considering how long the fit is. So there's the evidence. 2 finished socks for my husband. As I predicted, once I got the first sock knitted, I knew what I was doing then for the second sock with regards to modifications, and the second sock knit up quicker than the first sock. So as you can see here, they're quite long. They're that much bigger than the sock blocker, but I only have medium-sized sock blockers really, so that's that. These have actually been worn and washed. It's superwash yarn, so they went into the washing machine fine, and they have come out fine. And I'm really pleased with them, and I have to say he was really pleased with them. He put them on straight away and found them really comfortable, and he actually, it's the first ever set of hand knit socks that he's worn, and he said they were like a hug for his feet. So that was quite nice to hear. So so he really appreciates now, you know, all the work that goes into making hand knit socks and how special they are, and I think he would like another pair in the future, but as I say, that's not going to be for a while yet. But so there we go. There's his socks. I'll insert a photo of him modelling the socks. So yes, he's really pleased. I really like the texture of this. I don't know what this stitch is called, but it's a really nice feel, and also the heel flap feels really nice and cushioned. So those were lovely. So those are the Hermione's Everyday Socks, and you can find the pattern for those on Ravelry. So those are my first finished object. My second finished object, I made a doll, an amigurumi doll. In the last episode, I had asked for suggestions of which amigurumi to make next from the Peek a Pow book, but then I saw online that a designer called Jojuli on Etsy had a sale, and I've had an eye on her patterns for a little while. I haven't bought any, but then when I saw they were for sale, I had to buy this one. I asked my daughter, my eldest daughter, which doll she would like me to make, and she chose a doll called Autumn the Bear Girl. So she chose a doll from the Etsy shop, and I have made her up, and this is her. And I have to say, she is quite possibly the most adorable thing I've ever made, apart from my two gorgeous girls. So as you can see, she's called the Bear Girl because she has little bear ears on her hat. She's got a little dress on, boots. The clothing is all removable, and she's got her gorgeous ringlets in her hair in bunches, and from the back you can see my youngest daughter fished out some buttons that I had in my stash that matched the colour of the dress perfectly. So yes, this is June. That's what Miss P called her. And June, I started June on a Saturday, and she was finished by Wednesday. What can I say about June? June was a really fun, a fun amigurumi to make. The bits that slowed me down, I would say, are the arms and the legs. I mean, who really likes to crochet thin tubes? That's hard work on the hands. So those took me a bit of time. If you look at the boots there, you can see how the boots are shaped. And if you can see on her face, she's got no mouth. Her nose was just sewn in, and I've got safety eyes in, and on her cheeks you'll see her little rosy cheeks. I just used normal like powder blusher on that because she is, I say she is washable, but she's not going to be washed. But that's fine. And I think that just gives her like a little glow of innocence. I take off her hat. You can see there's the hat there. And that's her hair. Not going to take off her boots because they're a pain in the ass to get on. But there you go. That's my little amigurumi June. If you want any of the details about June or the socks, I've actually written blog posts about those, giving details about the yarns that I used for those. And you'll find a link of those down in my show notes. Yarny purchases. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I've bought this last month. The first is a lovely gift set of Bumbling Yarns Doctor Who themed minis. So I haven't taken these out of the packaging yet. So it's a gift set of 10 5-gram yarns, which is 75% merino, 25% nylon. And also inside is a little TARDIS stitch marker, which is very cute. For those who don't know, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, and been watching it for years, so love all things Doctor Who related. So when I saw that these had come up, this was the last set available on. Some of you might follow the Lonely Knitter podcast, on YouTube. I saw she had mentioned on her podcast she had one set of the Doctor Who themed minis left in her recent shop update. So as soon as it was 7 p.m. on a Friday and the shop opened, I was like, those are for me. So I bought those straight away, and I have to say they're really, really nice colours. Haven't decided which one is my favourite yet, but it's always nice to have lots of minis. So I bought those. Another thing I've bought is this book here, Modern Knitted Shawls and Wraps. 35 warm and stylish designs to knit from lacy shawls to chunky afghans. And this is by Laura Strutt. So this book was actually only £3 on Amazon. Or the recommended retail is $12.99 and I got it for £3. So it was actually the cover design that really appealed to me. I thought that's a really nice design that my daughters would actually really like. But there's lots of lovely, lovely patterns inside. I like this one too. I like the thought of this design here. I thought that might translate into a nice blanket. There's another nice one, peaches and cream. Touch of pink. So there's lots of lovely little shawl designs in here. So for only £3, hey, can't go wrong with that really, can you? I have also been gifted a yarny present. I received this here skein of jelly bean yarns, and this is hand-dyed cashmere sock yarn, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon and 10% cashmere. And it's really, really soft. Really soft. And I like the way it's high twist as well, so that'll give some good stitch definition. My husband, he asked if I would knit some socks with this. I don't think so. I think this is nice enough for a shawl. A shawl or a hat or a cowl, something like that. It's got gorgeous green and blue. There's a lovely tealy bit there. Limey bit up at the top. So this is 400 yards. So this would make a nice cowl or a hat. So this here is actually a Valentine's Day present from my daughters. They both they went to their daddy and said they wanted to get me something, so they bought me that, which is very, very sweet of them. So that's that there. The last thing I've been gifted is a crochet blanket. So you may see over here I have a crochet blanket that my sister Amy, she's on Instagram as Mama So Good. She has been she's been doing a lockdown project of sorts where she has been crocheting blankets for her nieces and nephews. So this one here was the first blanket that she did for my youngest daughter, whose favourite colour is yellow. And last week Amy gifted another blanket, this time to my eldest daughter. So this is the blanket here. So as you can see, it is kind of mauvey purple kind of pinks, and it's a really cozy blanket. Amy made them to go onto the kids' beds to keep them warm at night, which is very sweet of her. Amy can't remember what yarn this is made out of. She was given it by my mum, who had a big bag of spare yarns. So she managed to get a whole big blanket out of it. So I think that's about 5 foot long. So that was very kind of her. Go follow her on Instagram. She does sewing. She creates embroideries and cross stitches, and the crochet is really her wee side hobby. So apart from that, I think that's everything for today. There's we're still in lockdown here in Northern Ireland. No word as to when the children will go back to school yet. Might be before Easter. It's different here in Northern Ireland than in England. In England they're saying children have to go back to schools from the 8th of March, but that's not going to apply here. So as I work in school, I've been popping in whenever needed, and so that's why I've been able to do so much crafting at home. I find the crafting side of things to be very therapeutic to me during these lockdown times, and that's just how I have dealt with this whole coronavirus business, that I just want to make. A lot of the time I just want to crochet, I want to sew, I want to knit. Yesterday we baked some brownies, just going on walks. That's just the way of life at the minute. I don't know. Comment down below what you've been doing to get through lockdown. But that's it really, just going for walks, playing with my cats. Next door's cat has been coming round looking for attention, wanting us to play with him too. Catching up on other podcasts and videos. If you have any suggestions as to what to use little 5-gram minis for, actually, that would be a good suggestion. I don't know, would 5 grams be enough to do a toe in a sock maybe, or a cuff? See you soon. Bye.